Hello, Sagittarians. July 2025 is a truly special time for you. This month is full of fast, bright, fiery, and explosive energies. Most planets will be in fire signs, which is your element, so you'll feel like everything is developing naturally and smoothly. The first decade of July will bring joy to your relationships. Personal relationships may improve, and any difficult or sharp edges in friendships or business dealings will soften. You might gain profit through relationships, clients, and joint ventures. However, this relational harmony is temporary, as this July, for the first time in your life, if you're under 83, Uranus, the planet of revolution, crosses into Gemini and will spend almost 8 years in your partnership sector. This will fundamentally change much in this area. The period from July to November 2025 will give you a first call about which of your personal, friendly, or business relationships need a radical shift in their paradigm, status, and essence. The July full moon will bring clarity and results in financial, material, and property matters. The second half of July will create circumstances for changes in your social and career status, or it will strengthen your position and give you the opportunity to make a series of important decisions that will influence your life for a long time. July 2025 will leave you with the aftertaste of a fast, fiery, and bright period. Throughout the month, there will be almost no planets in water signs, with the exception of Jupiter and the Moon briefly. This indicates that there might be little opportunity for rest, relaxation, quiet, and solitude. Even if you plan a vacation this month, it will likely be an active one. Let's dive into the most important astrological events of July and their step-by-step influence on your sign. Key astrological events in July 2025 for Sagittarius. Venus in your 7th house, July 4, August 1. On July 4th, Venus moves into Gemini, entering your 7th house of partnerships. Venus always brings something pleasant and comfortable, both emotionally and materially, improving the sector it transits. From July 4th to August honest, Venus in your partnership sector will offer opportunities to resolve conflicts or misunderstandings with others, pleasant encounters in your personal life, enjoyable communication, beneficial clients, and increased interest from others. Your relationships within your work team will improve. Overall, you'll feel surrounded by pleasant people, from strangers you chat with on the street to fellow travelers, store clerks, and managers. You'll feel like people are meeting you halfway, helping you, and are generally pleasant and benevolent. Others might bring you good news. This is a wonderful period for your personal life, bringing new acquaintances, flirting, and romantic dates. Issues related to your child's education might also be resolved. Venus sextile Pluto. Uranus's shift, July 7. On July 7th, Venus forms a lucky sextile with Pluto, impacting your 3rd and 7th astrological houses. This is a powerful, positive aspect. Pluto in your 3rd house indicates that you can take steps or make decisions that will significantly change your life for the better. Pluto in this sector grants you opportunities. On this day, you might have an important meeting, conversation, or new acquaintance. This is an excellent time to start a new activity or implement something innovative in your work. You might make a very important purchase. This day could also bring additional income, for example, from selling something, closing a deal, or participating as a mediator in an agreement. On this very same day, July 7th, the most significant astrological event of 2025 occurs. Uranus, the creator of history, crosses into Gemini for the first time since 1942 and will remain in your 7th house of personal, business, and friendly relationships for over 7 years. Uranus in a new sign brings a new message to the world, a new impulse, and new experiences for each of us. In your 7th house, Uranus will bring you a new type of relationship. This is a time that will either heal your relationships, fundamentally change them, or lead to their conclusion. Often, during such a transit, long-standing work relationships, lasting years or even decades, may end. I have a separate video on my channel detailing Uranus's influence on each zodiac sign, and I'll link it in the description below this video. Full moon in Capricorn, July 10. On July 10th, a full moon occurs in Capricorn, in your 12th house of budget, income sources, and expenditures. A full moon brings completion, culmination, clarity, and results. This means you'll find clarity and finality in this sector. For example, you might receive a long-awaited payment. You could visit the bank and resolve your issues there. Some might get a new bank card, while others might leave a job and close a specific income source. This time will give you clarity on the income level you can expect in the next 3 or 4 months. You might also pay off a debt or fulfill a financial obligation. Overall, this period will give you an understanding of what you can rely on and what your resources are at this moment. During a full moon in the 12th house, you might finally decide to have a long-delayed conversation, expressing everything that has accumulated, both good and bad. This is a time when you can no longer hold back what's inside you. You need to speak your mind. Sun trine North Node, July 13. On July 13th, the Sun forms a lucky aspect with the North Node, the node of the future, impacting your 4th and 8th astrological houses. The Sun is light, and the North Node shows us our direction, where opportunities await. On this day, the Sun illuminates your path, showing you the most favorable direction for this period. Therefore, on this day, you should listen to your intuition and observe the events unfolding around you. This aspect signifies a transformation in matters of real estate, place of residence, and internal family issues for your sign. It might also concern matters related to a family member. This is a day when you might reconcile with someone or improve a relationship. You might make a decision related to your place of residence, such as moving, renovating, or reorganizing your home. This could also be a decision related to investing in real estate or acquiring land. For some, this might manifest as a decision to rent or acquire space for work. Mercury retrograde in Leo, July 18, August 11. From July 18th to August 11th, Mercury, symbolizing logic, common sense, memory, documents, and calculations, will be retrograde in Leo in your 9th house of long-distance travel, higher education, and philosophy. Retrograde Mercury brings a period of reevaluation, where we correct mistakes, rethink, rediscuss, or reprocess documents. This is a time when you can reevaluate something and give a person or process a second chance. With Mercury retrograde in your 9th house, you might revisit your plans. You might travel again to a place you've already visited. This is a time when you can reprocess documents, especially travel-related ones like passports or visas. This period might also bring a series of decisions related to education, either yours or your children's. If a court case or legal dispute is relevant to you, this is an excellent time to resubmit documents, such as an appeal. It's also a very good time to take a repeated course of study or resume studies after a break. You might experience some disagreements with colleagues or with your romantic partner's friends and relatives during this period. Mars conjunction South Node, July 22, 23. On July 22nd and 23rd, Mars, the source of strength, energy, and action, will conjunct the South Node, the cup of accumulated karma. This is a very important karmic moment. Mars conjunct the South Node essentially accelerates the realization of processes that are already inevitable and destined. This conjunction will occur at the zenith of your horoscope, in your 10th house of status, career, ambitions, power, and authority. This is a time that, on one hand, gives you more energy to achieve your goals, to achieve what you consider your accomplishments. This primarily concerns matters related to work, career, and material achievements. While there might be some conflicts in the work environment and business-related disputes, overall, this is a time for strengthening your status in your work, career, and profession. This period might increase your responsibilities, workload, and scope of duties. If for some reason you are fired or a job project concludes during this time, it means it was truly time for that to happen. Overall, This is a time when you can make confident and categorical decisions, especially those born between December 10th and 14th of any year. New Moon in Leo, July 24. On July 24th, a bright, fiery, spectacular new moon occurs in Leo, in your 9th house. This new moon also forms a lucky aspect with Saturn and Neptune in your 5th astrological house, completing a large configuration of luck specifically for your sign. For you, this new moon brings a period of optimism. You'll have new, rosy plans related to your children, travel, personal life, and creative projects. This is a time of luck in resolving legal and bureaucratic issues. You might also pass exams if that's relevant to you. This period could bring an opportunity for a trip that will greatly delight you. You might also be invited to a celebration. Most importantly, this new moon gives you optimism and faith in tomorrow. Sun square Pluto, July 25. On July 25, a tense Sun-Pluto opposition will form in the sky, impacting your 3rd and 9th astrological houses. This is a tense aspect of opposing forces and confrontation that occurs once a year. It indicates that you'll feel compelled to overcome something, both internally, your fears, doubts, anxieties, insecurity, and externally. There might be difficulties in implementing decisions. It's crucial not to break any rules on this day. Agreements might fall through, and there could be breakdowns. Therefore, it's best not to plan important matters on this day, especially those where you expect tension and nervousness. It's also advisable to be especially tolerant of others, their weaknesses and mistakes throughout this day. Sun conjunction retrograde Mercury, July 31. On July 31st, the Sun will conjunct retrograde Mercury in your 9th house. The Sun is our self, our consciousness, and Mercury is the messenger of the gods. Therefore, on this day, you might receive important information. This could be internal information, ideas, solutions, thoughts, or memories, or external information, a letter, an important conversation, or information you get online. This is a good day to resubmit documents or reports, or resend your resume if you're looking for a job. This time could bring good news from afar from distant relatives. You might resolve an important issue remotely. Overall, this day gives birth to an idea that you can successfully implement over the next 3 or 4 months. Planetary retrogrades in July. In July 2025, 2 powerful and influential planets, besides Mercury, will turn retrograde. Before they move backward, they will be stationary, literally stopping at one point in the Zodiac, which will amplify their influence and create additional tension related to their functions. Saturn retrograde, stationary period, July 10-16. Saturn, the Lord of Karma and Responsibility, will be stationary in your 5th house of creativity, children, and joy. This is a time when unresolved issues or unfinished tasks might become obstacles. You might feel a lack of structure, a point of support, or some formality, seemingly minor details that become crucial. During these days, you might feel that because you didn't finish or complete something, you haven't built a foundation for your confidence. You might also recall or be reminded of an unfulfilled promise. Neptune retrograde, stationary period, July 1-12. Neptune, the Lord of our dreams, fantasies, faith, and ideals, will also be stationary. When Neptune is stationary, it heightens our intuition. These are days when you might have prophetic dreams and see clues and signs from the universe. This is a time when you might see through the deceptions of people you love or care deeply about. These aren't malicious deceptions or betrayals, but rather minor tricks. It's important not to try to forgive or justify them, but to accept that these people are who they are. Even your love or sincere affection for them won't change that. Instead of repeatedly being charmed and then disappointed, it's better to either accept it once and for all or not. Again, this isn't about malicious deceptions or betrayals, but rather about our own ideals that we project onto the people we love. That's your astrological outlook for July 2025, dear Sagittarians. I wish you a wonderful and successful month. If this forecast was helpful to you, put a like and press the bell. Subscribe to the Zodiac Soul Insights channel and get a plus in karma from the universe. Share in the comments. Was this forecast helpful to you? And how much coincides with your events? See you in the next video. May the stars be on your side.